friends, welcome to Yoga with Sarah Trapani. We're taking a deep hip stretch today, just a short one. Grab your mat and let's get going. Thanks for giving this practice a try today. If you're still with me at the end, please do subscribe to my channel and hit that super thanks button and leave a tip. So we're gonna start this practice coming onto the back. And we're gonna start hugging the knees in toward your chest, massaging your back out on the ground and taking a moment to rest your upper body, rest your neck and shoulders, and come into this practice. Take a scan and see how you feel today. Set your intention for this practice. What do you want to cultivate in this time on your mat today? And we're going to start with a full happy baby. But first, take your arms on the insides of the knees and give a little press outward, kind of opening up that inner thigh psoas. And then take your soles of feet to face the ceiling and reach around for the outside edges of the feet or the ankles or the shins. And go ahead and rock and massage your lower back. Nice way to open up the hips at the beginning of practice. And also, if you practice with me a lot, you know I love to end a practice like this. Great everyday pose, happy baby. Broad collarbones. And let's release the feet and cross either ankle on top and gently rock up. So when we come up to sit, we're gonna cross our legs at the shins. Take your hands on your knees and start to lean forward. And we really wanna flex the feet so that we get this stretch in our outer hips and you don't feel it tugging on your knees. And then walk your hands forward. Tented fingers. With the tented fingers pressing away from the shins, drop your sitting bones down. And you can rock a little bit. Good. How do your hips feel today? And then walk your hands to the right, all the way to the right. Keep dropping that left sitting bone. Breathe deep into that left hip crease. And then walk your hands back and over to the left. Breathe into that right hip crease. And then back to center. Walk forward a little more. Chin toward chest. And then sit up really tall. We're going to lean back, squeeze the knees in, cross your other ankle on top, crossing more at your shins, flexing your feet. Start to lean forward. Whatever amount is available. Walk your hands as far forward as you can, getting nice and extended from the fingertips right through the hips. We can sway a little bit. Breathing there. And we're going to sway to the right. Walk your hands to the right, maybe a little further. And then walk your hands back. Walk them to the left, peeking at your left hip. And then walking back to center, we're going to bring the knees in. Take your feet mat width distance apart. And then windshield wiper the knees to the right, letting that left inner thigh roll down and stack the left hip on top of the right. And look over that right shoulder. Inhale into your belly. Exhale, pull the belly in. Come on back. Take your knees to the left. Walk your hands around. Sit up tall. Look to the left. Let that outer left thigh melt. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to come back around. Take your soles of feet together. Let your knees splay open. Bring your heels a little closer toward your sitting bones and press your elbows gently into your inner thighs and lean forward a little bit. You don't have to force or overdo. Look toward the front of your mat. Good. And then we're going to sit up and we're going to cross that right leg over on top. So if it's possible to cross that right leg all the way over on top and flex your feet. Good. So we're going to take these Gomukhasana legs. Sometimes I call them eagle legs because they're like eagle arms and there really is no eagle leg. But today we'll call them Gomukhasana legs. Cowface pose. And we're just going to rock forward and back. Let the knees go forward. You can rest your hands right on your ankles. And just see how those hips feel to do that. A little bit of rocking forward and back. And then find a place where you're able to sit pretty tall. And then you may be able to walk your fingertips forward. Drop your nose toward that right knee. Breathing there. Inhaling to fill the back ribs. Exhale. Tailbone drops toward the earth. Inner thighs roll forward and down in between. So the inner thighs move in toward each other and then down. And we'll start to walk up. And what we're going to do is take that right shin, then slide your left leg back, and then we'll roll into a pigeon. So it might be really intense to have that right shin like super parallel with the mat. That's very hard for most bodies. It's better and more moderate to have that right heel a little closer toward the front of your left hip. And so the right calf is actually touching into that right hamstring. And then we're going to fold and come down into pigeon pose. Your right foot is flexed. Breathe there. Let the left hip point roll forward. And it might feel nice to wag your tailbone a little bit. Breathing space into any area that feels tight. Relaxing your eyebrows, your jaw, your shoulders. Good. And then dropping your tail, walk back up onto your hands. Tented fingers, lift your heart. And then shift into your outer right thigh. And we're going to slide that left leg around and bring your left foot to the outside of your right thigh. And then you're going to turn into a twist. Left arm on the inside of the knee. Left first finger and thumb touch. Turn and look to the right. Lift that left sitting bone up for a moment and turn. Inhale. And then exhale. We're going to unwind. Cross that left ankle in front. And then roll over your knees. And step back into a downward dog. And just pedal out your feet for a moment. Lifting your sitting bones up. And we're going to drop the knees right down. Take your feet flat and come into a child's pose. Wriggling the hips back and breathing space into the hip creases. Then walk your hands towards your knees. Drop your tail. And we're going to scooch over to the right. Bring the legs around. Bring your soles of feet together again. Bring your heels in. Let the forearms press gently into the inner thighs as you spread your chest and look forward. Thinking of the knees lengthening away from the hip sockets. And then go ahead and sit up. And we're going to go ahead and cross that left leg over on top. So we're going to take the opposite Cowface pose. Make sure that the opposite leg's on top, left leg on top. Feet are flexed so that the ankles aren't sickled, and that will really intensify the stretch of your outer hips. And then we'll just do a little kind of rock forward and back. Only as much as feels available. If it's way excruciating or you're getting like a white hot pain, we obviously don't want to do that. Do what feels available and you're able to breathe through. And then we're going to sit up tall for a moment. Nice soft jaw. And then lean forward, nose toward your knee. Pulling your belly in gently. Exhaling down through the tail. Then dropping the tail, let's sit up. We're going to turn toward the front of your mat. And then we're going to keep that left shin forward and slide that right leg straight back. So we're coming toward our pigeon pose with the right leg extending nice and straight. And then the left foot is flexed. That left sitting bone is moving down. And then make your way down onto your forearms and we'll find that pigeon position with a forehead resting on your thumbs or on a block. Or maybe the floor eventually so you can really let go in the shoulders. Then press down through the top of that right foot. Gather your belly. Slowly we'll come back up onto your fingertips. Lift your heart, look up. And then we're going to shift to that outer left thigh and gather that right leg around. Let's bring your right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Then turn right rib to left rib. Take your right arm on the inside of the knee and look to the left. Breathe there in that twist. You could press through that right foot and kind of squeeze and lift your right butt muscle and turn the torso a little more. Right first finger and thumb touch. Inhale. Exhale, unwind. Cross that left ankle in front. Pull your heels towards your butt. We're going to roll over the knees and step back into another downward dog. Or a child's pose if you prefer. Good. Lifting your lower back high. Evening out your hips. And bring your knees down, take your feet flat, come right into a child's pose. Hips to heels. Exhale out. And then we'll look between the thumbs, and what we're going to do is come right onto the belly. Come right down onto your belly. Stack one palm on top of the other. Point your toes toward the back of your head. Windshield wiper. Massage out the front of the thighs. Good. Then let your legs kick back. We're going to wag the tail. Shift your tail to the right. Slide your... We're going to wag the tail. Shift your tail to the left. Slide that right knee out to half of a frog leg. You can't really see it that well on my video because I'm not that fancy with the video techniques. But your right knee is out in half of a frog leg, about in alignment with your hip or a little higher. Rest your forehead on your stacked hands or look to your left elbow. And breathe here. Letting go into the floor. Hopefully by tomorrow my voice won't be so froggy anymore. It's been a few days here, so thanks for bearing with me. Good. Pausing and letting that right inner thigh, groin, and hip release. Let everything be. Remember your intention if you forgot it. We'll start to lift the back of the head and slide that right leg back. Extend your right leg out. We're going to wag the toes, and when you wag to the right, now slide that left knee out. Rest your forehead or look to your right and rest your left temple and breathe, letting the floor support you. Let's do a nice exhale out the mouth. Haven't done that yet, I don't think. Inhale. Exhale, let it out. Let everything go. Imagine a lot of light in that left hip. Then we're going to slide that left leg back. Bring your big toes together to touch. Root through the tops of the feet. Sweep your arms back. Take one locust pose. Just really kind of resetting your lower back. One more inhale. Expand your belly. Reach back through the fingers. And then exhale. We're going to release. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to roll right over onto your back. Flip right over like a pancake. And come onto your back. Palms facing up. So we're taking the head and kind of the opposite direction we normally might take Savasana. A little different perspective. Open your eyes really wide and look up like you're trying to look toward the wall behind you. And then look down toward your heart. Close your eyes. Let's go ahead and hug your right knee in. Give it a little squeeze. Keep your eyes closed if you want. See how that feels. If you need to, you can always open your eyes. Give that right thigh a little squeeze. And then release the right leg out and hug that left knee in. Give it a squeeze. Nice, simple, basic hip, lower back release. And then release it out. Wag your toes. And then hug both knees in. Come into a full happy baby so we end the practice right pretty much where we started. Coming full circle. Maybe the legs feel good to extend out toward a V and back to happy baby a couple times. Nice. Then when you're ready, go ahead and release the feet to the floor. Do a temper tantrum stamp. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let everything go into a brief Savasana for today. And it's nice to rest the warmth of the hands on your hips. Right on that place where the thigh bone connects to the pelvis. And imagine a lot of light and flow through that area. And know you are supported. And let go of any gripping or tension in the joints. And let go of any tension in your jaw, your eyes, your face. And be where you're at for a couple of moments. Is there any area of the body that can relax and let go a little more? Invite compassion for wherever you're at in this moment in time. And let's find our gratitude practice for today. What do you have to be grateful for? Let that shift your energy today. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Stretch your arms overhead, take a reset. And then let's bring the feet on the ground. Mat width distance, do a few windshield wipers. Remembering your intention for today. Thank yourself for showing up on your mat. You're doing great. When you're ready, roll to either side. Pause and then press on up to sit. Arriving again in an upright seat, sitting really tall, bringing your hands together at heart center. Thank you for showing up, and I wish you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. Thank you very much for practicing with me today. I appreciate it. If you're still here, you made it all the way through, subscribe, share, hit the super thanks button, support my channel. All of those things mean a lot to me. And I hope you have a really joyous rest of your day, whatever you're doing. Drop me a comment, let me know how you liked this video. And I'll see you next time. Keep it up, keep going. Bye-bye.